So this evening, today, which is Friday, 3rd of January 2025. I'm not talking about just this. I mean, just like a few minutes ago, I just got back home and I saw one eighth generation um Honda Accord. In this condition we are looking at on the screen. So before I go into details, uh just to give you guys I won't call it a tip, just okay, something private. So for some months in the past, I was actually searching for Honda Accord, um, the V6 manual, which comes in the coupe version. So I kind of started off with the eighth generation, talking about 2009 to 2011, 2010, trying to remember. So um, then, of course, I couldn't see V6 manual because I wanted a V6 manual. If not V6 manual, it was pointless. So all the ones I saw were all automatic. They were all within my budget, but automatic. So um, but something kind of actually made me start questioning if truly there's a need to continue the search for this generation of Honda Accord Coupe, because it has the double wishbone, which is in terms of road handling among the best, better than this McPherson type suspension setup. Um, so, but yeah, I know I've always known that Honda Accord, they always have this ball joint failure issue, but at the rate at which they fail, it kind of very scary. I had some concern because see, I also have a 407 with that kind or similar front suspension setup, and I would say they are not notorious for failure like the Honda, but I know I have seen one or two, at least one that has failed just like that. So, and I know people who have had that experience or read online. It just happens to 407, but not at the rates that Honda Accord own eight generation, at least seven generation also have that problem. So start wondering how come. There was one that I saw one post. It was actually a group of Honda, I think eight generation group, and the person said, I mean, he gave no sign. He could be lying. He or she could be lying. That there was no sign, that everything all of a sudden, boom. In fact, one you also showed a video. Was it a video where I think it was kind of on high speed and it happened? The car just rolled over into the bush. So, man, I wouldn't know if that was actually the reason why that happened, but the person that posted the video or the pictures, claimed it was as a result of this, the failure of the ball joint, which is usually the lower one, because you remember this double wishbone, they actually come with two ball joints, the upper and the lower. So the one that usually fail, in fact, of all, at least I know Peugeot 407 and Honda Accord, all the ones that I've seen, is I've never seen the one or heard of the where the upper one failed. Even if e fail, it could most likely be as a result of the lower one when it pulls out, just like you can see here. Then probably will now affect the upper one. But like I said, I've never come across, at least the one I know, 407, four upper one failing, even when they are weak. Because if I remember, I'm a technician, so I do repair this suspension 407. So sometimes we find a little bit weak, but still we will not pull. We only change it just to fulfill all righteousness, not because it will pull out. You know. So because of that concern, because I have the option to keep searching, at least I'll now pay more attention to this phone ball joint, so that I won't have to experience it. But then I always remember, man, I'm a performance type. Sometimes I know how I drive on highway. So do I really have that confidence to do this kind of drive, knowing that this thing can pull out? Especially as soon as I saw that one, that the car, I mean, wow. According to the person, he was on speed, the thing pulled out. For the first time I'm hearing that this kind of thing can pull out while you're on high speed, pulled out, that the car just lost control. Of course, ended up inside the bush. I hope, I mean, the person that posted the video was probably the person driving, so meaning he survived. He or she. I know this thing happened like this year. So I now decided actually to move over to um the ninth generation, which is 2013 to, I kind of limited it to um early ninth generation, 2013 to 2015. Personally, for the coupe, I don't really like the coupe of ninth generation. That's, they call it 9.5. Ninth generation, the last ninth generation. That's the facelifted one, which is 20, just 2016 and 2017, just 2 years. Is it 2015 also included? No, I don't think 2015. I think it's 2016 and 2017. Why the early one is 2013 to 2015. So I prefer that 20. I just like the looks of 2013 to 2015. So I searched and searched and searched. Some of the ones I saw kind of within my budget. Of course, Nigeria use, but they are all automatics. Did I see any manual? No. Just, what other options there? You have to import. To import, woo, um, way above my budget. So I just had to call it off completely for now. So I walked away you know, from the Honda design. Like I said, I wanted the V6, but the manual, and to get that manual, they only produce the coupe V6 manual, no saloon V6 manual. And the coupe, all the ones that are coming into Nigeria are all automatic. Nigerians and their craze for automatic. So there was no demand for the manual ones. Even the 8th gen, I saw actually saw a manual, but it was 4 cylinder, so I just didn't bother. Like I said, basically within my budget, would have purchased it immediately, but 4 cylinder, I wouldn't bother about it. Now the reason why I now switched to the search to the ninth generation was because the ninth generation now use the normal McPherson suspension, so they didn't have that double wishbone that usually fail like this. The only thing I would say is the road handling will not be as good as the 8th generation, the 7th generation. So this type of setup makes the car handle much better than the McPherson, the one that has only one ball joint. That's basically what I mean. But this one has two ball joints. Is much better You feel it when you drive the vehicle on higher speed, but then I don't know for Honda for some reasons this is the negative side of it. Now it doesn't the reason why I'm saying that is some might say, oh, it's just a Nigerian thing. It's not that not it's not actually a Nigerian thing. Trust me guys, I I pay attention. Even guys in USA, they also do have this issue. Trust me. Right now, I'm not talking about in the past, even now. Every once in a while you see them posting the hey, this happened to me, this happened to me. So what I would say is this. Um if you are in the market to buy a Honda Accord, if you can afford it, just go for the ninth generation and upward. I don't know about the 10th generation, whether they did that with double wishbone. They went back to double. Probably they stick to uh, one ball joint since he was successful on the ninth generation. And I don't think any ninth generation will have this issue. So going back will not make sense. Yes, will it handle as good as the eighth generation or the previous generation? No. But at least most cars that are like that. Yeah. So it's now up to the driver to know how to drive the vehicle with such power, especially the V6 ones, so that it doesn't lose control. So if you can afford it, I will encourage you start from ninth generation 2013 upward. But if you cannot, then it must be that you can only afford the 8th gen, the 7th gen, or whatever Accord. It doesn't matter, saloon or coupe, they all have the same setup. Then you just have to be very diligent. Um, Now I don't know. I'm not an expert on Honda. I mean, I could have if I've ended up with um, the Accord coupe that I was searching for. If I found one, the funny thing I didn't even find one, whether agent or nine-gen manual V6. I didn't even find it in Nigeria. All the ones I was seeing were all automatic. But then online in USA, I do come across the manuals. Not that cheap though. So they are available, just not in Nigeria. So for some people say it's not even possible that was uh, not realistic. No, they are actually available. Just it's a question of can you afford to import directly? That's the only way you can actually get it. But then way up. I'm talking about even over 20 million naira to import. In fact, it made me realize that most of these so-called foreign imported cars into Nigeria, especially from US, are mostly accidental cars that will be refurbished and bring in and sell that cheap. Even the cars you see 15 million, because I see like some of these foreign use of called Tukumbo of Niger 15, 17. But when you actually go to US and see the ones that are actually in good condition, no accident, nothing, go to those sales sites. You see, to bring them in, you're looking at about 30 million naira. I mean, if not more. But the ones they bought in are selling much less. Some of them, they bring in the 9 gen, 9 that 2013, then upgrade it to 2017 and sell it as 2017, which is not. I can actually tell from the interior which one 2017 and which one 2013. So at least I'm not an expert, but I was able to, study and learn that there are things you could do and I won't be able to tell. Like I said, if you're not an expert, there are some things you may not be, but I could tell from the entertainment system, okay, this is this is that. Okay, so I will encourage you pay attention to the wheels. I know for Peugeot 407, once your ball joint, the lower one becomes weak, you start giving you sign. One thing about 407, any issue with the suspension, noise will be very unbearable. Be hearing all kinds of noise. But the lower budget comes with its own sound. There's a way to make sound when you turn the steering full in motion. Um, I always tell people, if you drive a 407 and suddenly you start hearing certain noise, go and have the suspension checked, especially the ball joint. Once you check it, if your ball joint is okay, even if you can't afford to fix that noise, which you have to dismantle the entire suspension, you can keep using it. At least you know that your ball joints are intact, so the car won't pull just like this. Just I had to live with that noise until probably by the whatever that is making that noise, which most likely will be pushing, it may deteriorate so bad that it will start affecting your driving. So in that case, you have to deal with it. But the ball joint do not. At least you need to find out what it is. So for this one, I expect that it should be giving that kind of sign. I want to believe it should be giving sound. You hear it. People don't pay attention. Even me, I always play music and the rest. But notwithstanding, um, there are times you'll be like, as you are driving out, you probably may not put it on immediately or something. You know, even with music, you can actually hear a sound, even when your music is playing sound. Because sometimes when the sound of the suspension happens, you feel it on the steering wheel. Whatever that made that sound will also affect the steering wheel. So you know that something happened. Then you might now reduce your music to hear it again. If people don't pay attention, or even when they hear the sound, they just ignore it. They just ignore it until it pulls. So I don't know how Honda Accord does. I know someone that drives not agent, but I think 7th gen. This is 7th generation, if I'm not mistaken. This particular one. I could ask if he has had that experience. If he has, was there any kind of sign? How many times have you experienced it? All those sort of things, so that maybe I can share. Um, I mean, the funny thing, this age generation now that failed this night. If I see what happened, I was going out. I think it was around 6 p.m. or 5. Let's just say around 5:30 p.m. He was there. So I left. I went my way. I came on my way back. It was almost 8 p.m. this night. It was almost 8 or 8:30. Just shortly before I started doing this video. The car was still there. What they've done was they had to jack it up. They moved the tire. It was on the front end. They removed the tire, left it like that. Probably the mechanic couldn't source for the parts or something. Remember, it happened very late. So you don't expect your mechanic to always be available to come wherever, because that's what I've observed. Most of these Honda Accord users, the mechanics, I do have empathy for them. How their customers will be stressing them every now and then. They are coming to wherever the vehicle breaks down, the tire pulled down, to fix it right there. It's not as if to even come and tow the car. No, they want it to be fixed there, even at night. I've experienced that. This is something I've observed many times. Even at the middle of the night, they will want the mechanic to come there, do it right there, no matter the road condition, no matter how the traffic. That's how that one is. Most likely will be there till tomorrow morning. Imagine how stressful, how you'll be worn out the whole of the day, knowing that your car is in that horrible shape on the road. It's not like by the side of the road. The road. Man, So, like I said, I don't know for how many 407 have you seen this thing happen? Yeah, they have similar setup. It does happen. Don't say I don't, but Accord own is like, I don't know. You can't, because even 407 own, most of the budget we buy, they are not actually OEM. They are not. They are just normal low quality budgets, and they serve. That's why I'm coming. I was like, okay, oh, because they are not buy original part. In fact, I even prefer the aftermarket to the OEM because I read some of the people that bought this 407 new. Not as if their own ball joints, lower ball joints were pulling out, but they were always failing, making noise, always failing. So from what they were now saying, at a point they stopped buying OEM and started buying aftermarket, and the rate of failure reduced. The noise stopped coming up every now and then. So for that's why I don't even bother about OEM when it comes to 407. And they serve. I mean, I have a 407. That's what I'm telling you guys. They serve. All the ones people have been using those aftermarket, not high quality ones. None of them are called to complain that hey, this happened, their leg pulled out, this and that. Years, about 2 years, yeah, yeah. Um, so I don't see why Honda people, if it's about quality, then why is it happening? If I mean, I don't know, man. Like I said, what you're not, don't know much about Honda Accord. I'm trying to. One of the reasons I actually wanted to get one so that I also study the system while using the vehicle. Gather that knowledge. I also use it and also add it to um, what I do, the repairs and my activity on this channel as well to help people as well, in understanding their Honda vehicle systems. But it hasn't worked out, so hopefully someday in future, but for now, um, kind of suspended it. But like I said, anything can happen. But I'm just giving you an idea that I know about this. That I would have gone for one if it was available, but that concern made me walk away and say, hey, let me go for the one that may not handle as good as this other one that I earlier set out to get. But the fact that I don't know, I don't know the system. I don't know why it's always happening on Honda Accord. So I wouldn't want a situation where I will even go and buy the what everyone is using that they said is good. Only for me, maybe it doesn't give sign on Honda Accord. Most likely, I don't know. Or maybe not. Maybe it gives sign, but people ignore them. I wouldn't want to be driving and be on high speed and all of a sudden, boom. Man. So that was why I stopped. So I encourage you, do what you need to do. If you can't afford 9 gen or you already have 8 generation, 7 generation, 6 generation, I don't know how many generation that use that with double wishbone or Honda Accord. Always pay attention, change it if you have to. If you are doing, if you, I don't know, maybe you're doing every 6 months or every 1 year, change your both of them, whether they are still good or not. Maybe that's the only way to solve prevent this from happening to you. I just wanted to share because of what I saw this evening. I was like, hey, let me share with you guys. So, okay, so like this video, subscribe to the channel and watch out for more videos.